Hello YouTube, how is everyone going today? Hope you're all doing well. In this video, I'm going to be ranking every Minecraft story mode named character from the main group all the way to the background characters. Please note that these characters are all named, not just random characters, nothing like that. So yeah, I hope you guys do enjoy this video, and let's get right into it. Firstly, we have Ivor. Ivor is pretty peak. One of my favourite characters, in my opinion. I think he is pretty high and deserves a pretty high rating. And for that, I think he deserves to be in a B. I know he started off as a villain, okay? But he kind of grew on us in end of Season 1 all the way to Season 2. He was a really funny guy, so I think he deserves that B-ish level. He was also one of our favourite main characters from a lot of people's perspectives. So yeah, that's just my opinion. Next we have Nerm. Okay, Nerm is, I believe, the only Minecraft Story Mode villager in the actual series. I think I could be very wrong. Please comment down below if I am wrong. But I like the character. I saved him, I believe, in my little Let's Play I did. I like the character, but I don't think he's a B-worthy. He's a decent character. Like, I like how they made him. He looks a lot like Dr. Trayaurus. But I think he's definitely worthy of a C. He is a main character, so he is not B-level, of course. B-level is for a lot of characters that are really good. But I think a C just puts him really fair in the middle. So I like that. Next character, we have Radar. Look, I know we have problems with Radar. Radar is one of the characters I am not a big fan on, okay? Radar is a bit different for me, and I've never been a big fan of Radar. So, definitely weird for me. Radar is, but I don't think he's a D or an E. I don't think he's better than Nerm. I think a C just puts him in that category really well. I like where he is, so I think that's fair. And he only was in Season 2. He was never in Season 1, so his character development was just in Season 2. And yeah, I chose to go with Petra and let him take over Beacon Town. I don't know how this guy is going, but I don't know. Maybe a Season 3 might tell us. Okay, Ruben is godly. Ruben's near the A tier, okay? But Ruben, I'm going to give this as a point of a fact, is Ruben changed a lot of people's hearts over this game. Like, let's be honest, I know he's just a pig, but he's not any ordinary pig. He's literally a part of Minecraft Story Mode. He was a massive part of the game. And when he died, it affected a lot of people, I think, in that, that loved him. And him just being a tiny bit a part of Season 2, like them having the memorial, them doing all that, I think was the best thing they could have done. But also, killing him off was also not the best thing, in my opinion. So, I do think he's a high C. Maybe a B. This category can change, but I think he'll be the highest C at the moment. I love him. I think he was a great character. So, yeah. Hey, now firstly, we are going to rank the two Jessies together. I do not really think that they are either different, like they're the exact same person, so they're just two different genders. So I think both Jessie female and Jessie male will both get in the same category. We do play as the characters, and the character development is wild with these two. I have never played as the female Jessie, so bear with me. I think personally both Jessie male and Jessie female deserve that A category, as they are both our main characters. Their development into this game was wild. Like, Jessie did not know how to do any fighting, no nothing, and then he took that group into being the new Order of the Stone. going around, going portals. He gained confidence. He did all this. So his character development went wild, and I love how they did his character development. I think, personally, they get to go in A, personally. I'm not going to put either, they're both the same, so I'm not going to change it up, I'm not going to do any of that. They're basically both in the same spot, so going to keep it like that. Next character, Petra. Petra is my favourite character of Minecraft Story Mode. There is no other character, there's no other character that can compare to Petra. Petra is just my favourite, so I'm trying not to be biased here. But her character development and how they made her is just phenomenal. Oh my, I can't talk. It's just amazing. I'm just gonna say amazing. I can't say words at the moment. I really do love Petra. I think great character, great everything. I do actually see her possibly taking the top at the moment. And I'm trying not to be crazy. Like, I know people are going to say glaze. But truthfully, Petra is one of the most favourite characters in Minecraft Story Mode. I'm just going to say it there. I think that's fair, to be honest. Okay? I think that, in my opinion, and this is just my opinion, I think Petra is an A level. I think Petra is up there. I think Petra deserves to be at the front. I see Petra being at the front, just the character development, all of that. Olivia and Axel will basically be the same. I'm going to move Axel over here. These two will basically be the same. I have the same, I basically just have the same opinion about these two. They're not seen in Season 2 much, so Season 1 is just their character development. So, I don't count them as the best of the best. I think they're definitely C level, but I do like Olivia. They're basically the same, and I do like Axel. So I think they're both in the middle of this C little category. Definitely not higher than Ruben, but definitely higher than Nerm and Radar. Next character, Jack. I really do like Jack. Jack is the pretty cool guy out of the group. He's very cool. I like him. And I like how they made him a main character in Season 2. Wish he was in Season 1 though. I do like a little bit of Jack. Jack is pretty cool. So I think he would have fit well in Season 1, but also for the main storyline, Season 2 fit better for him. So that's just me. Definitely a B. I don't think he's better than Ivor. Don't think that. Ivor's pretty goated. So I'm gonna say a B. I'm going to say a B. Better than majority, but yeah. I might chuck Ruben up to a B as well. I think that's fair. I think Ruben deserves a B, Jack deserves a B, Ivor deserves a B, and these guys are a C. These guys are definitely A's. Lucas, also, in my opinion, a B. Love the character. He's my second favourite character. He just, like, you see him as, like, somewhat a part of the bullies, but he's also not a bully. So he's really, like, everyone does. I did not like him in the first 2 episodes. First 2 to 3 episodes, I did not like the guy. Then he kind of grew on me after, like, episode 4 or 5. He started to grow on me. Season 2, he was just amazing. Story writing, all that. I like how he's a writer or something. I believe he was a writer in Season 2. He did writing. Saved Jessie's back a few times, so I do like him as a character. Think he's definitely B-worthy. I'm going to chuck him above Ruben. But yeah. Alright, so we'll head to the Order of the Stone. Okay, our first Order of the Stone is Soren. I personally do not like Soren. I think he's an okay character, but he's not the best character in a sense. I think he's definitely D-worthy, so I'm going to keep him at D. So that's really it. I think D's perfect for him. Gabriel, our second Order of the Stone member in this video. He's also my second favourite in the game. I'm going to chuck Gabriel. I think he will fit well in a high C. That's just me. I think a high C looks great with him. Alright, now we got Magnus. Magnus is my first favourite Order of the Stone member. Like, he's my favourite. Love the guy. I love his armor. I love how his character looks. I just love it. I think he looks amazing. So, I'm going to chuck him at a high B, I think. Now we have Eligard. Eligard is okay, I guess. I'm fine with Eligard. She's on and off for me, so I don't really have a lot of mixed opinions about Eligard. But I'm going to chuck Eligard at a very low C. That's just my opinion. I think she's fine with a low C. Okay, Hadrian, our first little contender of the villains. Hadrian is alright. I would say he's okay-ish, I guess. I don't really mind Hadrian. I think he's alright. But I think he's not our best villain on this list, so I think a D. He's a D worthy. White Pumpkin is probably one of my favourite villains in this whole series entirely. I think probably C worthy. I think like a high C. I love the White Pumpkin, but I think there's one better villain or two better villains over the White Pumpkin. Okay, the Witherstorm. The Witherstorm's alright. I actually prefer the Witherstorm. Minecraft Story Mode did a great job doing the Witherstorm and creating the Witherstorm as the first monster. Definitely B worthy, I think. B, like a low B, I think, is definitely worthy. So, yeah, I think they did an amazing job making the Witherstorm the first monster. Now, the Warden. The Warden's 50-50 for me. I don't really like him, but I don't hate him. I think he's okay. He's not the worst villain, but he's definitely not the best villain. I'm gonna say he's a C-ish. Keep him behind Radar and put him above Eligard. I think that is fair. Now, Romeo. Definitely, I think, in my opinion, the best villain in the whole series. Definitely, in my opinion, think he's absolutely amazing, actually. I can't talk. I think he's amazing. Think he definitely is a B level. Definitely not C, definitely not A though. And then anything below C, I don't think he is. So, definitely a high B. Gonna keep him there though. Okay, Mevia. Mevia's okay. I think she could be better though. One of my least liked villains, in my opinion. At the moment, she's looking to be the worst on this list, in D at last. So I think definitely not the best, though, in my opinion. I don't like her. Okay, Aiden. Aiden's alright. I think he's also a mid-ish character. I like the idea that we could push him off and try and kill him, but no, we couldn't kill him, so that was a bit sad. I did take that option, though. I think he's okay. He's gonna be between a C and a D, in my opinion. And nowhere higher. He's an okay character. I just thought he was annoying. But other than that, yeah, he's okay. Okay, our first YouTuber on this list is LD Shadow Lady. LD Shadow Lady is pretty decent, I would say, as a YouTuber. I don't watch her videos, so I don't know much about her. But in the Minecraft Story Mode community, I really think she's a good character. Like what they did with her, like the cameo. But I think she's a middle-ish C, in my opinion, compared to all the other YouTubers. Stampy. Now, Stampy is another good YouTuber, I think, that is probably the best with Dan TDM on YouTubers in this game. I love the cameos, I love everything like that. I think they played his role perfectly. I'm gonna put him at a high C. I think he's definitely a high C and deserves that spot. Another YouTuber, Dan TDM, is our next one. Dan, I think, is just under Stampy. I think they're both basically the same. I think they're both perfect. I love how they did it. I love everything they did with the YouTubers, both Stampy and Dan. Both my favourite YouTubers growing up. So I think he's a good C, a pretty high C. Big B, another YouTuber in this game, he has the smallest cameo I've ever seen in a game. Well, not the smallest, but like, he has the smallest of the group in this game at least. I believe his name's Big B, from what I've seen. I'm gonna put him at a low D. His cameo's just mainly, he's a background character right there, so I just think a D works for him. Now, last person we have on this list, Stacy. Stacy's decent. I think she's an okay character, but I don't think she's the best YouTuber of the group. So I'm gonna chuck Stacy around a low C-ish. I think that works perfect. Above the warden, under LD Shady Lady, I think it just works perfectly for her. Okay, our first non-YouTuber character. Kind of getting to those more characters that are in the categories and all of that. But Cassie Rose is okay as a character, I would say. Not my favourite though, I really don't like her. I think she's okay, I like the White Pumpkin, but I don't think she was great. So I'm going to chuck her at an E. I think that's good for her. She can move up if she needs to. Now, Talk Dog. Talk Dog, Talk Dog, Talk Dog. Rarely seen. He was alright. He was funny for the first part, but he's mainly a background character. So I'm just going to chuck him at a D. Think around where Big B is. So yeah. Okay, now we're on to our admins and old builders. Firstly, we got our two old builders. So Otto, number one at our old builders. I love Otto. Personally, I really enjoy him. Think he's a great character. I like his character development. I like how he was trying to keep in the rules of the game and then realized everyone isn't good, like Hadrian and Mevia. I liked it a lot, so I'm going to chuck Otto around a mid-C. Mid-C, I think, is great for him. Harper, nothing too crazy. It's kind of the same like Otto. I like how she was good, better than most of the other old builders. So I think great that she had a good like cameo part in it. Well, not cameo, like a good part of the storyline in it. So I think C, like a C, mid-ish C as well, or I'm gonna choose a low mid C. I think that fits her perfectly. Fred, okay, Fred is not seen much at all in the whole entire series. Like, I know he's got, like, a full, like, a little, it's, like, the storyline's based off around him as well in the storyline, but I don't think he should be put up in the C section. I think he's good in, like, a D. I don't think he's amazing. He did great for the storyline, but I just think a D is perfect as well for him. Hey, Zara. Zara's decent. I think she's okay. But I think that there are better characters, of course, on this list. I'm going to put Zara low as well. Above Eligard, though, and behind a Warden. I think, yeah, I didn't mind her, but I didn't hate her. A character I did miss is Palmer for the villains. Palmer's great. I think he's an okay villain. It is an okay villain. But Dan, TDM, and Stampy, and definitely the White Pumpkin are a bit higher than Palmer. Nah, so now we've got Captain Sparkles. Captain Sparkles is decent. Think he's a C though, definitely a C. I don't think there's anywhere else you could really put him. He had a good cameo, but not crazy cameo compared to some of the others. Firstly, we've got Luna. Luna I kind of like, but I feel like it was just a replacement for Ruben. So I'm going to chuck Luna around a smiddish C. Alright, then I'm going to move Aiden and Eligard. I think Aiden and Eligard just need a move. I'm going to put Eligard and Aiden in D. Okay, Stella. Not my favourite. Not the best character in Minecraft story mode from my personal opinion. I think she was a bit of a drag of a character. I think just how they played her, and yeah, I didn't really like her, but she's a decent, like, character, I guess, in a sense. She was manipulated. She was up and down. So I think end of C, I think, is just fits her great. I think it's just C category. Voss, pretty cool character. I don't mind him. He's not the best, but he's not the worst, of course. Because it was Romeo playing him anyway, but it still gave us like an idea of who Voss was. I think he was okay, but there's better. The Eversource, also known as Benedict. I thought he was a cool chicken. I think the chicken was pretty sick as like a character, or like a little pet thing in a way. I do like it though. I'm gonna chuck it. I'm gonna chuck Benedict above Otto though, but I don't think it was as godly as Nerm. Usha Rubin, same as like Voss in a way. There's better characters. They're not the worst, but they're not the best. It's just a 50-50. But I think they're understanded, like understanded of an average character. So I think they're 50-50, but I think there's far more better characters. Next on our list, we have Reynold. Still the same background character, nothing too crazy about him. I like the gear, but yeah, he's just a background character. He's seen in 1 or 2 episodes, that's really it. Okay, Milo. Milo is actually not a bad character. I think he's decent, but I don't think he's the best. Definitely okay though, but there is far more I think that are better. I'm going to chuck him at the end of C. Alright, let's be honest. The worst one that has been on this list currently is Emily. I don't like her. I think, not my character. I think she was annoying. I did not like the character. I just disliked her a lot. So I'm going to chuck her at the bottom. Alright, Issa. Issa's actually not a bad character. I like how she's like a warrior, but also like the queen of a kingdom, like Sky City. I really like her, so I think she deserves that C spot. I think she's better than some of the most of the background characters, and just being in an episode is just, yeah, it's amazing. I think she's a great character, but not the best character. Nell, great character. Loved Nell. Nell's just that surfer vibe, surfer everything. Oh, it just gives a great vibe to the game. I'm gonna chuck Nell around a mid C, just under Benedict, but I think just Nell is just a great character. I know there are more that are great, but yeah, I know Nell is just a good character. Now, Maya and Gil, I don't like, so I'm just going to chuck them at a D. They're background characters mainly, only seen in a few episodes. Not the best, not the worst, but yeah, just 50-50. Gonna chuck them at a D. Okay, the Endercon announcer. Think she's okay. It's just another background character, personally. Not much you can really say. She's known for being the Endercon announcer. That's why she is on this list. But, yeah, just mainly another background character seen in a few episodes. Okay, our last two for the known characters is Otis and Ivy. I'm going to rank them basically the same. I think they're decent characters, but they're just okay-ish. I'm going to rank Otis above Usha Rubin, and I'm going to rank Ivy under Usha Rubin. So basically the same. While going back, I also forgot to chuck the Death Bolt announcer into this video, so I am going to quickly chuck him into the spot I think he does fit well in. I like the guy, really cool guy. I like his voice, the voice gets to me. I'm going to chuck him at a C, a low C. I love the voice, just think he's awesome. So, the gladiators. You've got Clutch, Face Meat, Slab, and Capital T. Clutch, my least like. I don't like them. They're alright, I just don't like the character design. So, I'm going to chuck Clutch at a D. Face Meat and Slab are two of my favourites. Tim, capital T, I think his name's, I would say Tim, but capital T is his name. Face Meat and Slab are definitely in the C's. I do like their designs. I like that. And capital T is also, in my opinion, a high because he's uniform. I like the uniform. I like the helmet. That's also really cool. Okay, I just want to note before we get into the background characters that the background characters will not be like everyone else's. I have sped up the background characters because there is too many, and this video originally was going to get to 2 hours, so I do not want you guys to wait that long. So I've edited it to be around 25 to 30 minutes. So please keep that in mind. You won't see all the background characters. I'll put a photo on the end of the screen though, show you all where I ranked everyone. And yeah, hope you enjoy the rest of this video. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you did enjoy, go check out some more videos. They will be in the video. You will see them pop up. I'm going to head out of here. If you do want to see more videos like this, check out the comment section and let me know what you guys think is best for the channel. And without further ado, I'm going to head out. See you guys.